Hello everybody, here is Karuna again and you are on my Armenian Duduk channel. I have shown you already quite a lot concerning Duduk and how to get the correct notes, and also I showed you what is the basic major scale. So what you need more in order to starting practicing some musical pieces, I think, are three things. So it's a minimum program. It is first of all the minor scale, like when you start playing with 5 fingers position and 8 fingers position. So the minor scale, because most of the pieces on the Duduk are in some variation of the minor scale. Second thing you have to get are some like basic exercises, how you have to build up your system, how you have to practice, some helpful exercises. And the third thing is how to produce the vibration, because without good vibration there is no Duduk music. And today I'm going to show you how to play the minor scale from the 5 fingers position. So what I'm doing now, I'm taking my Duduk in the key of A and one of the reeds. So, and I will play the drone in B, and I will check if my reed is able to play the normal B with the normal opening here, and that the opening is not too big or too small. So it's okay, this reed is okay. So the opening is like this, is not too big, a little bit coming too big, but not too much big, so I am still able to play it. When I said that we are playing minor scale in the 5 fingers position, what I meant is this position. Okay, so we close 5 holes here and one in the back with the thumb, and we are playing the B minor scale. So we can also use this 6th finger to close the A when they need the A, because the note of A is also in the scale of B minor. Note of B. So the next one will be the note of C sharp, and as you remember, this note, to get it correct, you have to squeeze a little bit your lips, but just a micro squeezing. Next one will be the note of D, which has a shadow here. Note of E. The next one will be F sharp, which we play making a fork here. The next one will be the one which we haven't played before in the major scale, and it is this one. So in the major scale it was like here, this note, with squeezed lips, and here we have normal lips, not squeezing, just a little bit open here, and we are opening this half tone towards yourself, so the finger goes not like to the side, this side or that side, but towards you, like this, here. So the next one will be everything open, here a little bit shadow, as you already know. So on every Duduk the shadow will be like bigger or smaller, but the shadow should be here on the note of A. And the next one is the hardest note on this scale, which is the higher B. So when we open up everything, even the shadow here, we take the shadow off and we squeeze our lips from both sides. It's not only pushing it from with the lower lips up, but also pressing with the higher lip down like this. So it goes like this, making a kind of duck nose. So, and we try to get the higher B. Let your focus while squeezing your lips will be on the higher lip pressing down, because the lower lip pressing up, it kind of happens automatically, so you don't need to train your body to do it, because it goes automatically. So if you want to control, normally our body is trained to make everything with the lower lip, so the higher lip kind of just is just stagnant or something. So in playing duduk we have to move to make the higher lip move like as we wish. So the focus is on the higher lip to press down when you try to play the higher B. So, and what is also necessary to say, sometimes you will be not able to do it at all, not only because your physical skills. So this higher note is very hard. Even for me now, after a couple of years, I'm kind of lazy to get over the hard points. For me, you know, so this higher B was always very hard for me, and I tried always to avoid this practice, you know, to get the higher B nicely. So you must know this note is very hard, and on some reeds it will be completely impossible to play. So it's also up to the quality of your reed. Some reeds are not able to get the higher B. So just for you to know, so that you don't blame yourself, it doesn't function, and even doesn't function after a lot of practice. It can be, the reason can be the reeds. Normally, if the opening is bigger and you get the proper key note, like it was B now, so if you get the proper key note with a little bit bigger opening here, then the higher B is easier to play. But most of us, especially when we just start playing duduk, we prefer to make the hole smaller here, so we put the drone higher or something. But then you know, you have to pay for this, and paying for this is the impossibility to play the higher B. So that's why the opening here, the play which you play, must be kind of in the balance, you know, not too small, not too big. With the bigger one, easy higher B. With the small one, very hard. That was the B minor scale. So, and you can play it up and down a little bit, and to train your system to remember the scale. So again. So, and if you want to use the full range of the duduk, you can also use other fingers and other position, like position 4 and 4, to play other notes of this scale. So, but in this position 3-2 or 3-3, you can use also this finger to play the note of A. Why you can use the note of A here and to close this finger? Because as you remember, here we had also the higher note of A on the duduk. So that's why the higher note of A is here. That's why we can play also the lower note of A, because the scale is same, and it's just another octave, lower octave, higher octave, that's it. But that's why we also play here the higher B, because we had here the B, the lower B. Yeah, and like this we can also count which notes we can play here in the position 4 and 4. So we played here the F sharp. That's why we can also play the lower F sharp, which is here. And then later, when you are more advanced, we can also go to this note, so to the G. The G was here half tone, but then the easiest half tone, I would say, on the duduk is this one. So this one you can already start playing now as a beginner. But here on the full range, we can make a half tone here with the little finger, you know, just opening here a little bit, and then we get the G. You can also try to do it, but the half tones I will explain later. So like this, I showed you everything. Even here, you know, the note which is played with the belly, you know, everything is close and you play here. It's also in the scale, because here we played the note of E. That's it. So there are some variations of the B minor, and the first one is the harmonic B minor. In the harmonic B minor, we only change one note. You see, the normal B minor was like this, and the harmonic B minor will be, and the upper one is, so it's not open A, but open A and a little bit squeezing. So the laptop has run out of battery, and I think it's enough for now. So the B minor and harmonic B minor, I explained you what it is, and now you know all the notes of the scale. So many musical pieces have become available for you since you know it. It's good for now, and we will meet in the next lesson. Bye.